My name is Samuel Mukilia, the founder Greenland Group of Schools. These are schools whereby girls, they are allowed to study alongside their babies. The community, they should have a system whereby we support the teen moms. If you help a teen mom, you help two generations. One, the baby and the mother. By that time, Absa came, they donated two essential things. One was the computer lab, food, and the diapers. Absa, they did not only donate, but they opened a door. More partners, they have come into Greenland. Absa has increased our population from 160 to 330. Right now, Greenland has showed the world the girls can make it again. Motherhood is not the end of education.
Cian Flowers was established in 1993. The inspiration for the founders was climate was ideal, the workforce was ideal, and also our access to the European markets was there where most flowers were being sold to. My name is Peter Chesrem. I'm a director with the Cian Flowers Group. We are at Equator Flowers in Eldoret, and this is one of our 4 farms. Cian Flowers is one of the largest producers of cut roses in the world, particularly spray roses. We have got 4 farms across Kenya. We started off with Agriflora in 1995, and then we moved on to Equator in 1997, Masai Flowers in 2008, and in 2019 we had our latest venture, Sololo Agriculture, where we grow mainly summer flowers. Cian Roses actually serves mainly the European markets. About 60% of our flowers go to Europe, both to the auction and also to direct customers who are selling in supermarkets and wholesalers. We grow not just roses, but we also grow summer flowers as well. It's been a steady growth since we began. We used to grow single-headed roses. We've moved on to spray roses, and now we've also added summer roses onto our portfolio of products. And we're also now moving into packed at source bouquets. Our partnership with Absa has evolved over time because initially when we started off in the early 90s, they assisted us to set up the different initial farms, and they've continued to help us to expand to the new farms as well. For a business like Cian Flowers, with our wide supply across the world, it's important to have a banking partner like Absa because of their financial muscle. We're able to have that support as we grow. Absa has provided us with loan facilities, especially when we're setting up our new products, when we're expanding the farms, when we're establishing our irrigation systems. Sustainability is important for us because as we've seen over the years, both our customers are demanding it, but also our local communities are demanding for us to be more sustainable. Absa has assisted us to engage in projects such as setting up our solar plants across the 4 farms. We've been able to cut 40% renewable energy across our farms, which not only reduces our costs, but also reduces our carbon footprint. It's important for our customers to know that we are finding the most sustainable ways to produce these roses, which will go a long way towards ensuring that in the future that our environment is actually kept clean and good. We employ over 2,500 employees across our 4 farms. So the biggest impact that Absa has had on our business was actually during the COVID-19 pandemic. With Absa's support, we're able to work out how we can continue with this project because during that period, a lot of organizations were scaling down their operations, whereas we were actually starting off a whole new farm and creating a whole new strategy for the Cian Flowers Group. Absa's support was really significant during that period because we actually laid off 0 staff. And even for our customers, they knew that if we could get through that period unscathed, there was actually a lot of room for growth and they could rely on us. So the future plans of Cian Flowers is we want to actually move towards bouquet making. Currently, we send our flowers as mono bunches. We're seeing a steady progression of more of that value addition being moved to Kenya. So as Cian Flowers, we want to actually make 90% of our exports to be bouquets. That'll actually create more employment. It will increase our revenues as a company. As we move into value addition, it's going to be quite a massive project. But we know that with Absa, as we've been through the last 25 years, we'll be able to achieve our goals and ensure that for the coming decades, we'll actually be able to meet our market needs. Absa has taken the time to understand our story. They've been with us from the beginning when we started off on 20 hectares, and now we're over 200 hectares. Over that period, Absa has got to know our story and where we're going to. Because of that, we are confident that the future for Cian Flowers is bright.
An excellent cup of tea often inspires a great story. This is a story of Global Tea and Commodities Limited. My name is Lalindra De Silva. I am the Financial Controller of Global Tea and Commodities Kenya Limited. We are by far the largest tea exporter in Kenya and probably in East Africa as well. Plus, we export tea to various countries such as the UK, the Middle East, West Africa, South America. Literally, you could find our tea all around the world. We have a wide range of teas, and by far we are the market leaders in the premium segment. Kenya has been one of the largest tea producing countries in the world. So us as Global Tea, we have strategically placed ourselves to ensure that the Kenyan tea reach to its proper destined customers, especially in the European markets, in the UK, where the Kenyan tea is found in almost all supermarket shelves. Our group as a whole has employed close to 1,000 employees and bettering the livelihoods of our fellow Kenyans. Out of that, 60% are ladies. That creates a ripple effect on their families. What about the youth? You have so much of people working in the port. We need drivers, we need turnboys. So all these employment opportunities come up, and also when you're loading the teas, the tea industry, also Global Tea, with the amount of volumes we generate, has had a positive impact on Mombasa. We've been with Absa for quite some time. Our relationship really took off last year, where we got into working capital funding with Absa. The facilities which we enjoy from Absa has helped us grow our business in the last year tremendously. Today, the current trade environment in the world is ever-changing. We face so much of challenges, from delays in shipping lines, to getting the teas out, to foreign currency problems. One of the rainbows in the storm has been Absa's TMO system, where now we don't need to send physical documents to the bank anymore. We just need to upload the documents on the Absa system and our job gets done. Our invoices get discounted within the same day the payments come through. It's a system which have clearly understood a need in the market and has been a game changer. Absa is a bank which understands the client's needs. They understood what Global Tea required. When you start growing, you need a bank which can fund that growth as well. Absa was the first bank to put their hands up and say, we would like to partner with you. Looking back 30 years ago, from starting from one warehouse to setting up the largest tea processing plant in East Africa, we have come a long way. That has been our story. There are so many pages more which needs to be written, and I am extremely happy that Absa has partnered with us. Together, we can write the next chapter of our story. A story which involves growth, employment opportunities, more funding coming into the country, and taking Kenyan tea to the next level.
For over a century, Absa has been on a journey, one of impact, transformation, and empowerment. A journey deeply rooted in the stories of the people who inspire us every day. Entrepreneurship is the lifeblood of Kenya's economy. Absa is not only supporting today's businesses, but paving the way for the future by providing access to financing, mentorship, and training.
The role Absa plays for me is advice, giving me capital, and give me the direction. The rest of the ladies wafungue account kwa Absa. Inasaidia wa mama, kusema ukweli inasaidia.
V4D, this is a regional program that is commissioned by the German government and implemented by GIZ. The program is also funded by European Union and Norway government. The SIHA Empowered project in partnership with Absa led to the employment of 1,000 people, out of whom 85% were women. The partnership with Absa Kenya Foundation will focus on incubation and acceleration of women enterprises to ensure that they easily access markets and finance.
In the coming years, we aim to support 50,000 MSMEs with a focus on women, youth, and people living with disabilities, driving sustainable economic growth. Through education and skills development, we've empowered thousands, investing in digital literacy and skills, providing scholarships, and building foundations for a brighter tomorrow. But this is just the beginning.
These computers are going to boost the enrollment of the school, because many parents want schools where computer is taught. After Form 4, our girls will be able to fit very well outside there.
I never had to deal with the last-minute struggle about rushing, clearing my fee balance, not sitting for examination because I have fee balances. I would like to thank Absa so much for this opportunity. Same way they stepped in my life and changed it, same way I do also one day want to just touch someone's life.
When I was contacted to apply this scholarship, I was really happy and hopeful that finally I'd get a way out financially.
It is beyond scholarship. Absa have given me a study laptop. They have given me upkeep money enough to support me at school and also support my grandmother. Now she's comfortable. Absa, you have wiped tears out of the face of a boy from an interior village. A boy who could not imagine of getting out of a madhouse with his grandmother. Thank you, Absa.
I hope you've had a sumptuous breakfast. We would like to officially kick off today's event, launching the CirculaRising program. Allow me to start first by acknowledging some of our distinguished guests. And we'll start with the Environment Secretary at the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, Dr. Seli Kimosop. We also have the Managing Director and CEO of Absa Bank Kenya, Mr. Abdi Mohammed, the senior leadership of Absa Bank, including the CFO, Mr. Yusuf Omari, partners from GIZ, including Mr. Thomas Jeshki, who is the team lead at GIZ Employment Promotion for Women and for Green Transformation of Africa. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, welcome to the CirculaRising program launch. I hope you're all ready to have a good session today. Are you ready? I'd kindly request that we rise to our feet for the national anthem before we proceed with the dealings of the day. Thank you very much. You may be seated. So today we are gathered for the launch of the CirculaRising program. CirculaRising. The program aims to empower young people and women with businesses that are innovative, competitive, and are sustainable in the long term. And we'll be having discussions around that. in the creative economy, and also waste management throughout the creative economy value chains. I'd like to speak on some housekeeping rules before we go. We had Duncan here from Emara Olesereni earlier. If you were not there, you can take a health break straight out to your left, and I'll request that we all put our phones on silent so that we can be fully engaged in today's session. And if you will be online on social media, please use Empowering Africa as the hashtag and empowering your story. And also, CirculaRising, so you can be on social media and let the word get out about what we're talking about today. Now, my name is Claire Munda, and I will be moderating this session, and I'm very happy to be here with you. So as we speak about the CirculaRising program, we have a number of partners. Absa Kenya Foundation has partnered with GIZ, as well as other partners that are shown here, to really launch a product that, and a solution that speaks to young people and women, growing their businesses, making sure they're sustainable, equipped with a lot of solutions, and we'll find out more about that. But to kick off our session, I would like to invite onto stage to give us some welcome remarks the Chief Finance Officer of Absa Bank Kenya, Mr. Yusuf Omari, which I have together for Mr. Yusuf Omari as he makes his way to the stage.
I'm going to program that have been mentioned and practical action in shaping a more sustainable and inclusive. When we established the Absa Kenya Foundation, one of the force for good, empowering communities and enabling sustainable prosperity. I remember the event. This was done at Karura Forest, and the same partners, which that's why I said I'm so glad, the same partners were in that room, including also the government, giving us a lot of support during that time. And today, we are here to be able to sign up for one big such partnership, an initiative that we are calling CirculaRising. Our foundation, as we launch today, allow me to make a simple call to action. To the entrepreneurs here today, step forward, formalize, and scale your business. That's a call to action in this event. This program is designed to move you from potential to performance. To our partners, later today, our Managing Director and CEO, Abdi Mohammed, will take us deeper into the strategic intent, scale, and long-term of this program. I'm leaving the heavy bit to my boss. Allow me to conclude by expressing my sincere appreciation to all of you here, to our partners, GIZ, AGF, and many other partners that you can be able to see behind me. AGF, and many other partners that you can be able to see behind me, for their trust, collaboration, and commitment to impact, for their trust, collaboration, and commitment to impact, and to our beneficiaries, stakeholders, and the foundation itself. Thank you for believing in this journey. Thank you for believing in this journey and for working together with us. Thank you so much. Asanteni.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Omari. And indeed, it's about partnership, as he said. And one of our other partners is the Africa Guarantee Partnership, as he said. And one of our other partners is the Africa Guarantee Fund, and I'd just like to recognize the Group Director for Capacity Development, Mr. Patrick, like to recognize the Group Director for Capacity Development, Mr. Patrick Lumumba. Now, one of the core pillars of Absa Kenya Foundation is entrepreneurship. And as we get along with the program, I'd just like to speak with some vendors over there some of the people who have been contributing to the circular and have a story to tell about how they're contributing to the circular economy. It's about sustainable business, making the young people and women sustainable in the long term. So please just indulge me as I come to the back here and just engage with some of the ladies and the young people who are contributing to the circular economy. And I think I will start off here with Ziada Solutions. Ziada Solutions, please speak to us. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and how the journey has been, and how Absa has supported your group. Instead of wasting that, the STEM, instead of wasting that, all that 80%, it can be turned to all these beautiful things. All that 80%, it can be turned to all these beautiful things.
All these beautiful things.
Wonderful.
We can also do paper using the same. And now our next project is to make pads. They are biodegradable pads using the same. So from waste to income.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pauline. From waste to income. Let's give her a warm round of applause. Who would have thought that the banana stem can come up with braids and all those beautiful things? So that's what the circular economy is about. Really making sure that we are making sustainable products and really empowering young women, young people to do more. Now, as we continue to get this conversation underway, I'd like to get some more remarks from our partners, because as Mr. Yusuf Omari told us, this project would not have been possible without the help of our partners. So please help me welcome onto stage for some remarks one of our partners, and that is Mr. Thomas Jashki, who is the team leader at GIZ for Employment Promotion for Women for the Green Transformation in Africa, We4D Kenya. Please put your hands together for Mr. Jashki.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very impressed already by, not only by the view, but also by the work of the entrepreneurs. I'm wondering if I could also get some extensions, let's see. Honorable or Mr. David Obanyo, Commissioner for Cooperatives Development, also Dr. Sally Kimosop of the Ministry of Environment, of course, Mr. Abdi Mohammed, Managing Director and CEO of Absa Bank Kenya, Mr. Yusuf Omari, CFO, and all the senior leadership from Absa Bank and Absa Kenya Foundation, all distinguished guests, partners, entrepreneurs, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, habari za asubuhi. Well, it's the official launch of the CirculaRising program. It's a partnership between GIZ's Employment Promotion for Women for the Green Transformation in Africa, We4D program, and Absa Kenya Foundation, which strongly reflects the direction we are taking on behalf of the German government and of the IKEA Foundation. At We4D, our core objective is very clear, to improve employment opportunities for women, and particularly in sectors that are driving the green transformation in Kenya. We do this by working across the full ecosystem, supporting businesses, strengthening skills, and building partnerships that connect people to opportunities. CirculaRising speaks directly to this approach. CirculaRising is a transformative initiative designed to support MSMEs in Kenya by integrating circular solutions and gender-inclusive strategies into business growth. So we have this business perspective, and as I was talking in three components. The first component, the CirculaRising Academy, will support a large number of micro-enterprises through training, coaching, market access, and financial solutions. The CirculaRising Accelerator will support established growth stage small enterprises through capacity building, market linkages, and access to finance across several regions in Kenya. For this, we have the support of the Yunus Environment Hub. And the third one is the CirculaRising Scale Up, which works with a group of medium, large-size enterprises that generate high volume of waste and have significant potential to integrate circularity and gender responsiveness business practices, including certification in global sustainable standards. This component is implemented through our partner, Bob Inc. So we have 3 levels for micro enterprises, for small enterprises, or for medium and large enterprises. This differentiated structure is deliberate. Enterprises do not all face the same challenges and do not require the same support. By tailoring interventions to business stage and potential, the program creates better conditions and meaningful impact and long-term sustainability. As captured in the press messaging around this launch, CirculaRising is expected to contribute to substantial impact over the coming years, including job creation, stronger enterprise performance, and measurable environment results. And this includes redirecting thousands of tons of waste through reduction, reuse, and recycling, enhancing the competitiveness of more than 1,000 enterprises, and improving the employment situation of more than 5,000 Kenyans, while also positively affecting livelihoods and communities beyond the direct beneficiaries. To the entrepreneurs and enterprises who will participate in this program, you are central to this effort. You are the beneficiaries, you are the direct target groups. Your innovation, resilience, and willingness to adapt will determine the strength of the results we achieve together. To the implementing and financing partners, thank you for your trust and for your cooperation. And to our government counterparts and ecosystem partners, thank you for helping to create the enabling environment needed for circular enterprises to grow and thrive. We are very proud to be part of this initiative, and we look forward to the impact that CirculaRising will generate for businesses, jobs, and sustainable development in Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeshki. And indeed, it needs partnership to grow in this ecosystem. And as he mentioned, there's something for each level of business, whether you're a micro, small, or medium enterprise. The academy, the accelerator, and the scale-up will help you do that. So next on, I'd like to invite another partner to make some remarks. And I'd like to invite onto stage the Director for Capacity Development at the Africa Guarantee Fund, Mr. Patrick Lumumba. Please put your hands together for Mr. Lumumba as he makes his way to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. I'm riding on all protocols that have been established. Great to be here, and thank you for the invitation and being a partner in this very innovative and very impactful ecosystem. At African Guarantee Fund, we provide partial credit guarantee to financial institutions so that they lend to enterprises. And with the partial credit guarantee or risk-sharing mechanism, we also offer technical assistance, or what we call capacity development, because we appreciate that not all MSMEs are ready to access financing. And that's why we are aligned very much with the program structure for the CirculaRising that GIZ, Absa Foundation, and AGF are part of. So for us, today, this is very important. Because at the core of our development are the SMEs, and critically women and youth SMEs that for a long time have been disenfranchised. The partnership between GIZ, Absa, and AGF purposely designed to address the challenges and the various categories of enterprises, some of whom have been left behind within the formal financial value system. So if we talk about startups, we talk about accelerators and those that are ready for scale-ups, they have differences in terms of challenges, and hence they require very targeted support. And that's why this particular program resonates very well with the AGF. Our role as AGF is to ensure that promising businesses do not stop at training. So this particular initiative under our AFAWA guarantee program with FDB, but also with our green guarantee and TA with Nordic Development Fund, is aligned very much with what Absa is doing. And indeed, it's a proud moment for us to be part of it. For us, women businesses are at the central of development. We couldn't emphasize more the role of women and women-led businesses in our development. If we talk about aspects of lack of collateral, aspects of contribution within the agriculture and renewable energy and circular economy, women play a very critical role. However, on the flip side, if you look at their capacity to access financing, it's usually limited because of the requirements established by formal financial institution requirements. So our role in this will be to enable Absa Kenya through Absa Foundation and GIZ partnership to prepare enterprises, and mostly these women-led enterprises, to be credit ready and bankable at the end of the program. So one of the key elements that we'll be assessing jointly with the partners within this particular program will be how many of these women SMEs have transformed from informal to formal. How many of them have been able to access financing, and how many of them have transformed from survival to sustainable enterprises. We are glad that the government is also in the room, because the government plays a very critical role in as far as creating a good ecosystem is concerned. And indeed, for us, our commitment to supporting financial institutions is key, and largely enterprises, because at the end of it all, provision of guarantees without utilization implies for us that our partner financial institutions may not be using the guarantees that we have signed off. So critical element for us is provision of very targeted capacity development or technical assistance to train, mentor, and make credit-ready enterprises within the program. So this for us is very fundamental, and it assists in the de-risking mechanism, because indeed, formal financial institutions keep away from informal enterprises because, one, they're not ready. They do not have the relevant financial systems, financial statements, simple business plans, and this negates or delimits them from accessing financing. So we are ready, we are committed to supporting the Kenyan entrepreneurs through our partnership with GIZ and Absa Foundation, Absa Bank. And for us, we call on all stakeholders, all financial institutions, to align with this particular program so that we are able to unlock financing, create development, and manage waste within our country. We are glad to be part of this initiative, and we thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lumumba. Indeed, supporting businesses. Now, I'd like us to transition back to the back, but before that, I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Mohamed Doyo, the Secretary of MSMEs from the State Department of MSMEs. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you for being with us. Now, I don't know about you, but I was so excited when I heard about that business of using banana stems to make braids, and I'm rethinking my hairstyle. So I'd like to go back there and find out what other business opportunities lie in the circular economy and what they're doing as young people and women to grow and be competitive in the sector. So now I'd like to transition here. Chipu Robo. What is Chipu Robo? I'm seeing AI, I'm seeing puzzles. Tell us your name and tell us a little bit about what you do and how Absa has supported you and how you are contributing to the circular economy.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Cindy, part of the Chipu Robo team, and we are the co-founders of this. So Chipu Robo, short for Chipukizi Robotics, is a social enterprise that deals with making STEM education accessible, inclusive, and sustainable for youths in Kenya. So as you can see here, we have a setup where we recycle plastic waste into usable filament. So filament is basically the fuel for 3D printing, where 3D printing is also one of the local fabrication techniques that we teach our students. So our focus is on impact, sustainability, and growth. And the good thing about having a lot of problems in this country is that there are equally as many solutions. And that is what we try and teach our students. So the focus is usually on high school students, junior school, and we also try as much as possible to empower women in our initiative. So as you can see here, I'm the only girl. And another thing that we also try and do when we go to schools is also creating an impactful talent pipeline. So the students that we interact with through our trainings, we don't just have one-off trainings with them, we try and hold their hand through and through, teach them entrepreneurial mindsets, teach them what they can do with efforts such as this, being able to recycle plastic waste and turn it from trash to treasure, and also teach them how to, go out into the world and build their own things. So currently we actually have students who are joining us. They just finished their KCSE, and in the past 2 months they've been able to set up their own startup and even host a hackathon. There was only one girl who attended the hackathon, and she actually ended up winning that hackathon. So just showing the work that we're trying to do, making...
Yes, a round of applause for that.
Being able to have the student turn into the teacher. And even as we have this table right here with this setup, so we are trying to build that table for others and allow them to also do the same. So in terms of circular economy, you can see that we have PET plastic bottles over here, and this whole setup basically turns it into usable filament that can actually be used for 3D printing. So instead of importing it from outside, you can be able to turn the plastic waste that we have around us into something that can be actually used in industrialization for entrepreneurship and just teaching students to be as innovative and as creative as possible. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, Cindy. Trash to cash. And that's one of the pillars of the Absa Kenya Foundation, STEM, really empowering people, young people and girls and women to really succeed in areas such as STEM, AI, and so much more. So that is very exciting. So now, I'd like to invite onto stage our next speaker to make some remarks. And I'd like you to help me invite the Environment Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, Dr. Sally Kimosop. Please put your hands together for her as she comes and makes some of her remarks.
Thank you so much. The Secretary from the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Mohammed, our colleague, Mr. Obanj, who is here from government also, the Managing Director and Group CEO, Abdi Mohammed. Apparently, the name Mohammed is featuring a lot, yeah? Yeah, I think they knew that one of my colleagues and classmates in college was called Mohammed. That is why they conspired to come here. Yeah, we have a representative from the GIZ, Thomas, and your team, the various government leaders who are here today, development partners from the various institutions that have been listed here, the ICARE, Africa Guarantee Fund, AFAWA, other implementing partners such as UNAS, Environment App, We4D, and many other partners who are here within the room that we have met and those we have not even met, that we are meeting for the first time. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Yeah, my name is Dr. Sally Kimosop, Environment Secretary in the State Department for Environment and Climate Change. I am here on behalf of the Principal Secretary, Dr. Engineer Festus Ngeno, who would have really wanted to be here with the team, CEO and the Group Managing Director, PS sends his greetings, and he's here with us through the representatives from the ministry, which we have within here. Before I read his remarks, I just want to say that I am happy to be here personally as the Environment Secretary, and my colleagues who are here know that within the ministry, they call me the mother of circular economy. So I am actually home. Allow me now to read PS remarks. I am truly honored to join you this morning for the launch of the CirculaRising program, an initiative by the Absa Kenya Foundation and its partners that speaks directly to the future we envision for our country, Kenya. This is indeed a significant moment, not only for the Absa Kenya Foundation and its partners, but for Kenya as a whole. For me, personally, that is the PS, the circular economy is an issue very close to my heart. Every time it is discussed meaningfully and actionably, as it is today, it renews my confidence that Kenya's development path can be both prosperous and environmentally sustainable. And that is what we have heard from the people who have just given us their experiences, that there is a lot of potential in this space. Ladies and gentlemen, for generations, humanity has built skills and systems focused on extracting resources, using them once and discarding the remainder. This linear model of take, make, and dispose has placed immense pressure on our planet. We are witnessing the consequences today through pollution, biodiversity loss, and climate change. And all of us here are aware of what happened the other day, the flooding within the city, and some of the challenges were caused by pollution, and therefore it is good that we are here to discuss this matter. However, the solutions before us is very clear. We must learn to use our resources more efficiently, design out waste, reduce our environmental footprint, and keep materials in use for as long as possible. In short, we must transition to a systemic circular economy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me put this huge economic opportunity into perspective. Kenya generates approximately 8 million tons of waste every year, and over 90% of this waste is either organic or recyclable. So we are just talking about 10% which may not be recycled. While this may sound alarming, it also presents a tremendous opportunity and untapped potential for recycling, reuse, value addition, and circular entrepreneurship. I believe it is this opportunity that inspired the Absa Kenya Foundation and its partners to launch this ambitious initiative, and I want to applaud them once again. I think we need to give them a CirculaRising clap, yeah? Yeah, so I will demonstrate that CirculaRising clap. I know, don't tell PS that I added some clause in his speech. So the CirculaRising clap. So all of us, CirculaRising, yeah? I'll say 1, 2, 1, 2, then you clap, and then 1, 2, then we rise. Is that okay? Yeah, so I think we give them a CirculaRising clap. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. 1, 2. 1, 2. You rise. How do you rise when you are seated? How do you rise when you are seated? Okay. Yeah, I think, we'll do that next time, yeah? Yeah, that is an assignment, which as a teacher, I will mark it next time. Yeah, so esteemed guests, from a policy standpoint, Kenya has made a deliberate and strategic decision to embrace circularity as a cornerstone of sustainable development. As many of you in this space would be aware, the government of Kenya is currently developing a national circular economy strategy and implementation plan. This strategy is intended to transition our country from a linear economic model to one that is resource efficient, resilient, and inclusive, and of course, circular economy. The circular economy strategy and implementation plan will provide a unified national roadmap, consolidating existing policies and aligning actions across both national and county governments. This is precisely why initiatives such as the CirculaRising being launched here today are so important. From a government perspective, circular economy principles are a key pillar under the bottom-up economic transformational agenda. And actually the speakers have said that, the earlier speakers have alluded to that. And the ministry's strategic plan for 2023-2027. Kenya has already taken important steps through policy and legislative reforms, including the Sustainable Waste Management Act, the ban on single-use plastics, and the ongoing work on the Extended Producer Responsibility, EPR regulations. These reforms are designed to shift our economy decisively from linearity to circularity. Effective implementation of EPR regulations will improve waste management systems, encourage eco-design and recycling, stimulate local manufacturing, including what we have heard from our entrepreneurs, and support sustainable production systems. By embracing circularity, we are not only addressing waste management and pollution, but also unlocking new economic opportunities, fostering local manufacturing and creating green jobs, particularly for youth and women. Here we are tackling a clear environmental challenge, and just as alluded by Thomas from GIZ, that this program that Absa Foundation and the Absa Group are launching today is meant to create a lot of jobs, including up to over 5,000 direct jobs, and impacting over 30,000 lives indirectly, and supporting entrepreneurs as well as unlocking MSME lending and resources for upscaling the various innovations. It focuses on high-impact sectors, including plastic, agriculture and food systems, textiles, electronics, and construction sector. I think there was a mix-up. Actually, that I'm talking about the circular economy strategy. And therefore, what we are saying is that there is need for collaboration between various stakeholders so that the various initiatives that are spearheaded by various institutions, starting with the Absa and others, such as what is done by even KEPSA. There's also another initiative spearheaded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on co-led by our ministry on the development of the National Plastics Roadmap, need to be brought together so that we can be able to move as a country. And those initiatives need to be in the circular economy strategy and implementation plan. We all need to move forward as a country in a whole of government and all of society approach. I therefore wish to once again sincerely commend the Absa Foundation and all its partners for bringing this initiative to life. And in closing, allow me to reiterate that the circular economy is not only central to our fight against climate change, but also one of the most powerful tools we have to transform livelihoods, strengthen resilience, and build a greener, more prosperous Kenya. The CirculaRising initiative speaks directly to this ambition by supporting MSMEs in waste management and circular economy to formalize, scale, and access finances. The program complements Kenya's national circular economy agenda, and therefore it demonstrates what is possible when government, policy, private sector leadership, and development partners work together in alignment. Most importantly, it places enterprise development and community livelihoods at the heart of our environmental response. I wish to once more commend Absa Kenya Foundation, GIZ, AGF, and all the partners for this visionary initiative. Count on the full support of the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forest to ensure the success of this initiative. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kimosop, Mama Circular Economy. Thank you. Let's get its impact then to hear from a beneficiary. So remember, Mr. Thomas from GIZ talked about the 3 levels. There's the CirculaRising Academy, the Accelerator, and the Startup. So now I'd like to invite one of the beneficiaries onto stage just so that she can share her journey and how this program really is going to benefit young people and women. So join me in inviting to stage from Moko Maya, one Nyandia Kamawe. Please put your hands together for Nyandia.
Good morning, everyone. It's like something happens to your brain as you walk up here. I've forgotten everything I was coming to say. But here I am. I think I would like to speak about my journey because that illustrates best what happens when people like GIZ, Absa, We4D come together to support women entrepreneurs. My name is Nyandia, like she said. I am the CEO and founder of a company by the name of Mokomaya. Mokomaya is a company that is closing the loop on glass bottle waste. And what that means in simple terms, we collect glass bottle waste. You've heard about how much generation of waste is in Kenya. So with glass, the last study I saw was about 200,000 tons a year, with only about 30% being diverted. So we collect glass bottle waste and we convert it into things that you can use for your home, office, and garden. Our primary focus has become corporate gifting, and so I'm very proud to be an Absa vendor. We do a lot of corporate gifting through them. But the way Absa and I came together was through the She Stars program during COVID. My business was founded during COVID. I had just quit my job. I was looking for something to do. I'm a creative at the core. And so I started tinkering with what I know, which is bottles. I had waste, I had paint, I had all the things that I needed to start. Very basic equipment. I had YouTube, and so I began a journey. In the process, someone told me about a program by Absa that was targeting women in sustainable business. And this is how I was introduced to sustainability. I thought I was running a business that was creative. So sustainability did not come into my conscience until I joined the She Stars program. Through that program, and I'd like to say that when I joined the program, I didn't even have a KRA pin. So I was joining it out of, I have nothing to lose, literally. I had nothing, you know? I had done a few pop-ups in the city, and so people were buying, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens. So I joined She Stars program, and through that I got connected to a lot of valuable information. I think a lot of times as entrepreneurs, when we join these programs, we are going for funding. But for me, I really took advantage of that opportunity because there was so much knowledge being shared. Consultants who I couldn't afford independently were available for me to use from KRA, from business modeling. So I really took it very seriously. You'd have thought I was going through a master's program. So through that program, I graduated and I was a bit more validated because it was an environment where it was women business owners, so we're a bit more vulnerable, we shared our journeys, and so it really gave me the confidence that I was on the right path to something. Fast forward over the years, I've been able to fine-tune the business. We've been able to get smarter equipment, and by get, I mean make, because there's no equipment locally available to help you do what we do. So we create our own equipment. We hire women from the immediate community along with youth, and then we train them on how to use the machines that we build ourselves. Over the years, we've gotten a bit more educated about what it is we are doing, and so we are getting smarter about how we produce, because it's one thing to have a circular product, it's another thing to have a circular process. So one of the things I'm really proud of over time is we've been able to close the loop on our water waste, so we don't have any water being released, because cutting glass bottles requires a heavy use of water, and so if you're not careful, you'll create one problem while trying to solve another problem. So we've been able to completely close our water waste. We are now closing our glass waste that comes out of production, so we're going to be able to diversify the products that we use by creating more products out of the waste that we are creating. The excitement for me this morning with this program is that the learning continues, and so I look forward to being able to expand who we are, what we do, what we create, and how we create it. Today, Mokomaya is a company that is pursuing ISO certification, which I would have never imagined would come out of my mouth. So I'm very proud of that. The last time I was at an Absa event, I came by myself. I carried my own things. Today I have Janet in the back. Janet is one of the women who we are supporting by the work that we're doing. And we're not supporting her. She's earning. She's coming and she's learning. She's working and she's making her money. So we're not supporting. They are earning a reliable, steady income, and we are able to impact the community that is immediately in our environment where we are located. So I'm looking forward to the CirculaRising opportunity and to see what more learning lies ahead. And so thank you, Absa, GIZ, W4D, and everyone in the room.
Thank you so much for that. Nyandia, you said everything disappeared, but that was a lovely story, and that's the power of your story. You don't need to rehearse beforehand, and that's what Absa is about, empowering your story. And you know what, Nyandia? I saw some of your products at the back. You should never waste an opportunity. Give us 1 minute, quickly. Let's see those products. They're so beautiful, those glasses. So just 1 minute before we transition to the next thing. Let's see. For those who might not get a chance and those who are watching us virtually, let's just have a look at what Mokomaya is doing. Because as you said, it's one thing to have a circular product. It's another thing to have a circular process. Okay, so end to end. So look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. So make sure you visit her behind there. Wow. Look at that. Now going for ISO certification. We celebrate you, Nyandia. Now next, I would like to invite onto stage the CEO and Managing Director of Absa Bank Kenya, Mr. Abdi Mohammed, to just tell us a little bit more about the journey. It's a circular rising clap, guys. Circular rising. Thank you very much. Karibu.
Thank you, Dr. Masop. You see the gift you have given us this morning. Thank you so much. Let me, first of all, recognize the representatives from the government of Kenya who are here as I fix my device, which has decided to lock when I'm up here. I recognize Secretary for the Environment, Dr. Seli, Commissioner for MSMEs, Mohammed, from the GIZ and our partners, Thomas. I recognize all of you in your various capacities. I see a number of senior colleagues from Absa as well. I see Judith, Njino, Judy. In my other life, I'm the chairman of the UN Global Compact Kenya chapter, and Judy is our CEO there. Judy, maybe if you could stand up and we acknowledge you. You know, if I don't do that, she'll give me a lot of trouble at the next meeting. Before I go into the written statements, I just wanted to say, first of all, we launched the Absa Foundation a couple of years back, and our guest was Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, and at the speech we spoke about why we've launched the Absa Kenya Foundation. And one of the big elements that we spoke about is, as opposed to doing these initiatives within the bank itself, having an independent, autonomous foundation gives us the opportunity to partner with different partners who are ready to work with us. And I remember that component was one of the big drivers for the launch of the Absa Foundation. And as I look around today, as I see the number of partners who have joined us, and really what the future looks like, I feel that this is what partnership looks like. So I want to thank you all and really applaud the work that we are doing together. And today is an important part of that. The second thing I wanted to say before I read my notes here is many times we talk about numbers. We say these are the number of MSMEs we are helping. This is the percentage of employment being created, etc. But nothing beats hearing the actual story and hearing it from the people that are making this happen on a day-to-day basis. And today, we've had some powerful stories here. You know, I was really following the banana one. I understood the components and everything well. But I got into difficult territory when we were talking about 3D printing, and I said I'll probably pass by and get educated a little bit. But every one of these stories is important. And the power of innovation is that there's just no limit to how much we can do and how much value we can create. Let me then go into my written speech. I think I've done the recognitions. As Kenyans say, all protocols observed. I hope I have recognized everybody that I need to cover, including all our partners, Yunus Foundation, GIZ, We4D, and all the partners that are represented here, members of the government, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks more than just the start of a new initiative. It is a response to one of the defining economic questions of our time. How do we grow our economies without exhausting the very resources that growth depends on? For decades, global growth has largely followed a linear model where we take, make, use, and discard. While this model delivered progress for a while, it has also generated enormous waste and pressure on natural systems and really widened the economic inequality in the world. The next chapter of growth belongs to economies that create value differently. Economies where waste, so-called waste, becomes input, efficiency becomes advantage, and sustainability becomes the enterprise. That's the opportunity that the circular economy offers, and that's why we are here today. Why do we need to do this? If you look at the continent of Africa, we are the youngest continent in the world. We need jobs, we need opportunities on scale. We need industries that can compete globally, and we need growth that is resilient. Growth that, is predictable and consistent. This means we cannot simply replicate yesterday's industrial path. If you picture yesterday's industrial path, smoke in the air, pumping waste into the rivers and water systems, and all that came with it. That cannot continue, and it's not sustainable. We have an opportunity, indeed a responsibility, to build differently and to build better. The circular economy allows us to turn environmental pressure into commercial opportunity. And we've seen the amazing stories that have been told here. And what I really liked about it is having started an initiative, for example, the banana plant recycling one, the one I understood very well, they continue to innovate new products and new ways of using the waste. And I think that is the power of innovation, even within this circular ecosystem. Here in Kenya, we are already seeing this potential come to life. Enterprises such as Mokomaya, who just spoke to us here, Nyandia, have transformed discarded glass bottles into beautiful homeware products, creating livelihoods in the process. Others, such as Jenge makers, have shown that plastic waste can be converted to durable building materials, showing us that opportunity is often found in places that we have learned to overlook. Kenya, our country, has continuously demonstrated an ability to innovate. M-Pesa, other fintech initiatives that we have seen in our country, and really innovation across the board in agriculture, in health, and in other sectors. That same tendency for innovation can position Kenya as a leader in the circular enterprise, green manufacturing, and sustainable SME growth. Let me then say a little bit, as I come to the conclusion, about the role of SMEs. You know, when we launched the Absa Kenya Foundation, and Yusuf spoke earlier about the key pillars, today's event and the partnerships that we are talking about here touches on two of those key pillars. We've talked about the environment and what we are doing in that regard, but this also touches on entrepreneurship and MSMEs, and really helping these startup organizations, small businesses, often led by young people and led by women, to scale and to become bigger and more successful businesses. So far in the circular economy, I can say almost 100% of the businesses that are in that segment are not your large corporates. We are working with MSMEs and new entrepreneurs. When an SME grows, suppliers grow, workers grow. I think Janet was just introduced earlier by Moko Maya. Incomes grow, communities grow. And for Kenya to achieve the growth that we require and building of a greener, more inclusive economy, SMEs must be central to that story. We must also be clear on where future growth will come from. It will come from young people and from women-led enterprises. Young entrepreneurs bring speed, creativity, and a digital instinct and confidence to challenge the established ways of doing business. A continent as young as Africa cannot seriously speak about growth while its youth remain excluded from opportunity. And that is why this CirculaRising program deliberately supports women and youth. This program has been designed around 3 clear pathways, and through these pathways we aim to support more than 2,000 entrepreneurs and enable thousands of direct and indirect jobs in the process. These are important numbers, but behind every figure is a business that survives, a household whose income improves, or a young founder, and this is very dear to my heart personally, a young founder who is given a real chance to succeed. For Absa, as a purpose-led institution, we focus on financing and supporting economic activity that is sustainable and capable of scale. And our role is to support where the economy is traveling to and support that growth and development. Sustainability is therefore a key priority for us, and this CirculaRising initiative is an important part of that process. This work is only possible through partnership. And you know, I spoke about partnership at the start. Today we have quite a number of key partners here with us that we continue to work with. Yesterday evening I attended a dinner to mark a decade of the M-Pesa Foundation's school. And in the dinner there was also a lot of private and public sector partners. The sustainability journey is about partnership. No one organization can do it alone. We need like-minded organizations, public, private, non-governmental, all working together to ensure that we succeed in that regard. In conclusion, we look forward to working closely with the entrepreneurs, the partners, the financial institutions, and other stakeholders to deliver sustainable growth. Thank you to all our partners, stakeholders, for your trust and collaboration at the Absa Kenya Foundation. We are fully committed to translating this initiative into real impact for our SMEs and our target populations. As I close, I also want to really especially thank the Absa Kenya Foundation team, led by our head of sustainability, Mr. Wakabi, who is somewhere in the room. I think the work of way back in the room, the work over the last 2 years has been fantastic, very well done, and I do hope that we continue with this journey. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. A warm round of applause for Mr. Abdi Mohamed. Before you exit the stage, you spoke about MSMEs being critical to the circular economy. So I would like you to indulge me as we invite our next speaker from the State Department of MSMEs to give us some brief remarks.
It is now my great pleasure, and I take this opportunity to invite our Commissioner for MSMEs, Mr. Mohamed, to come and make his remarks. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Bona CEO. The Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Abdi Mohamed, Foundation Board members, development partners, of course, my fellow colleagues in government, Dr. Seli Kimosop, my colleague secretary, captains of the industry, leaders of MSME Association, entrepreneurs, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am here on behalf of my principal secretary, PS Susan Bangeni, who was unable to join us. She would have really loved to be here. This is her space, but she's abroad, working on the MSME agenda globally for the benefit of the ecosystem here. So my job here is, one, to read her speech. And you know, when you do that, it's her speaking. So I will not go deep into adding a lot of other stories, but I'll just read her speech. So allow me to do so. I accepted this invitation because CirculaRising sits at the intersection of 3 live conversations in my office. How to move MSMEs from survivalism to commercial viability. How to structure markets that today operate on instinct rather than data. And how to ensure economic transformation does not cost us the environment our enterprises depend on. CirculaRising speaks to all the three. The facts: Kenya has 7.4 million MSMEs with 1.56 million formal, 5.8 million informal, and together they employ 15 million Kenyans. About 85% of our non-farm workforce and contribute between 35 to 40% of our gross domestic product, GDP. 9 out of every 10 young people entering the labor market each year, some 750,000 are absorbed by this sector. The formal corporate economy absorbs barely 50,000, and we are not talking about a subsector. We are talking about where the Kenyan economy actually lives. Yet, an established MSME generates a surplus of about 50,000 shillings per worker per month, while an informal operator earns less than 5,000 shillings, below the living wage. The productivity gap inside the sector is wider than the gap between the sector and the formal economy. Compounding this, manufacturing has fallen from 10.9% of GDP in 2013 to roughly around 7.2% in 2025. The real frontier is not whether MSMEs exist, but whether they are commercially viable. Programs that multiply small enterprises without raising productivity multiply poverty. The circular economy, properly understood, is a productivity proposition, not a climate conversation that has wandered into a business room. It is about how we get more economic output from every kilogram of material, every liter of water, every kilowatt of energy. Consider the arithmetic. Nairobi alone generates 2,000 to 2,500 tons of solid waste daily. Cambridge econometrics modeling projects that a circular transition could add up to 619 million euros to GDP, create 46,000 jobs, and reduce imports by 284 million euros by 2030. The policy architecture is in place. What has been lacking is enterprise-level capacity to convert obligations into business models, and that is the gap this particular program, CirculaRising, proposes to close. 2,000 enterprises is meaningful. CirculaRising is a pilot at a scale, but there is a difference between training and transformation. Training happens in a hotel ballroom like this. Transformation happens when an enterprise renegotiates supplier contracts, redesigns its products, accesses new credit, and lands its first offtake agreement. CirculaRising will be judged on the second, not on the first. I commend Absa for the ecosystem you have built around this. The 1.5% of earnings to the foundation, 500 million shillings seed, the 100 billion 3 MSME year MSME pledge, the She Stars, the African Guarantee Fund Partnership. CirculaRising fits inside that ecosystem, and this is what gives it credibility. The State Department for MSMEs comes to this partnership with substance. The Hustler Fund holds credits profile of 25.3 million Kenyans, and so far has disbursed over 84 billion shillings as of March this year. The Fursa Index, drawn from over 10,000 enterprises across all 47 counties, measures opportunity readiness. Our bottom-up priority value chains, the dairy, leather, edible oils, coffee, textiles, each have a circular potential. And the credit guarantee scheme that sits at National Treasury, which we jointly administer, as well as Kenya Industrial Estates and many other government interventions are available to your participating enterprises. Three things programs like this typically get wrong? First, the donor dependence trap. The test of any enterprise development program is what survives after the funding ends. I ask the foundation to publish at the program close the proportion of enterprises commercially self-sustaining without further subsidy. The single metric will tell us what any other narrative report will not. The second is formalization. We had one of the entrepreneurs speak here, and she mentioned when she was starting, she didn't even have a KRA PIN. It's part of formalization. So 5.84 million informal MSMEs sit outside our tax base, social protection and formal credit. Any program that engages MSMEs without addressing formalization hardens an informal economy that we should be working to graduate. That we should also integrate a formalization track, that is registration, simplified turnover tax, KRA pins, as non-negotiable and not optional. So we should work towards formalization more. The third is geography. The MSMEs we are talking about are not necessarily Nairobi, in Westlands, in Kilimani, and all those areas. They are in Gekomba, Kongowea, Kawangware, Juakali Shades along Kamukonji, and every market town from Bungoma to Bura to Isiolo, where I come from. Programs that depend entrepreneurs come to Nairobi for week-long workshops, selects for the wrong people. Take CirculaRising, where the entrepreneurs actually are. I commend the foundation's composition target. 60% women, 30% men, 10% youth, 5% persons with disabilities. But composition is not outcome. Track how many graduate to higher tier credit, secure their first off-take contract, and cross from micro to small, small to medium, as well as grow to large. Inclusion that moves people up the size ladder is economic transformation. The State Department is interested in that. To the entrepreneurs in this room, this program will not transform your business for you. It gives you tools. It gives you networks. It gives you access to capital. The decision to redesign your product, diversify your suppliers, and price your output to reflect its real value, that decision is yours. Government and Absa can build the road. It's you to drive on it. One specific ask for the foundation: publish a public-facing CirculaRising dashboard updated quarterly. Show enrollment, demographics, counties, credit accessed, off-take contracts, formalization rates, and survival at 12 and 24 months. Programs that publish data make the whole ecosystem smarter. Programs that hide do not. So we insist on constant communication to the ecosystem. Our country is at a particular moment, a young population, a productive informal economy, an environmental emergency that is also an economic opportunity, and a government that has placed MSMEs at the center of its agenda. These conditions rarely align. The State Department will partner with CirculaRising seriously, with our policy levers, our data, and our scrutiny. The 2,000 enterprises we are supporting deserve nothing less. It is therefore my honor, on behalf of the Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSME Development and the Government of the Republic of Kenya, to formally declare the Absa Kenya Foundation CirculaRising program officially launched. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki, Mungu aibariki Kenya yetu.
Thank you so much, Mr. Doyo. Indeed, MSMEs are the lifeblood of growth. And the question is not whether MSMEs exist, but whether they are economically viable. Now, we're just about to get to the point of unveiling the CirculaRising program. But before that, we also have another representative from the Cabinet Secretary's office at the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSMEs. And I'd like him to just come onto stage and say hi, and maybe say a word or two before we transition. Please help me welcome onto stage from the Ministry of Cooperatives, Mr. Obonyo, David Obonyo, who is the Commissioner for Cooperatives. Please put your hands together. I can see colleagues meeting here and saying hi. He'll just give us a brief word before we now transition into the unveiling.
Thank you, the organizers of this important forum. I'm David Obonyo, Commissioner for Cooperatives in the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSME. And I'm happy for my colleague, the MSME Secretary, for your kind words and very insightful on how paced as a government we need to move forward our economy, especially on this green value chain. I want to recognize all the other governments that are representatives that are present here, the Chairman Embassy and the GIZ representative, the leadership of Absa for organizing this, development partners, all other implementing partners, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is a very clear demonstration of what strategic partnership between the public sector, private sector, and other development partners can do to improve the economic well-being of our citizens. And for this matter, I want to thank the organizers, especially Absa, for finding it wise to organize this. This program aligns strongly with the government focus on enterprise development, job creation, and inclusive economic growth, which is very key in our PETA, that is bottom-up transformation agenda. And when you're talking about transformation of Kenyan lives, then our Ministry of Cooperative and MSME is at the center, because it's one of the ministries that touches the lowest population in our pillar. The circular economy presents a practical opportunity to formalize informal enterprises and strengthen enterprise capacity. This is where we have been having a very serious challenge, because we have so many micro enterprises. And you know the history, our Kenyan history here, most enterprises, they don't celebrate that anniversary. You start one, it works well. After a short time, it collapses. The other day, I was somewhere and it was clearly stated that even if you start an enterprise and it works so well, especially for micro, once the owner passes on, then also the enterprise collapses. It's an area we have been engaging our researchers to find out how best can we transform our small enterprises to become either medium or even large enterprises that can be able to survive beyond even a decade. We need to improve productivity and resilience, and that's why when we are undertaking these activities, when they are very small, chances are they may not survive. They may not become resilient in case of any shocks. Also, through my colleague's enterprise secretary, we need to work very closely with him, especially when it comes to market access. Market access has been one of the biggest challenges, and I know a number of you who are here can agree with me that we have some well-committed Kenyans who have tried to do some activities, but they are not able to access market. And that's why, the reason why the government find it wise to establish the Ministry of Cooperatives and Enterprise so that to support some of these small enterprises, so that tomorrow they will be our big enterprises to support and create jobs to the youths in this country. As I conclude, financing remains one of the most significant constraints facing MSMEs, and I would wish to encourage those MSMEs who are able to form either a circle or a cooperative, please do so. We are ready to assist you. We are ready to work with you so that we are able to help you access affordable credit, the credit that can be commensurate to the business that you are undertaking. I've been told that this initiative alone is likely to support over 2,000 MSMEs. That is MSME based on women and the youth, and is likely to create about 350 million sustainability that is linked to MSME lending catalyst. And there will be jobs created, 5,000 direct jobs, 1,000 new green jobs created, and 30,000 lives impacted directly. The government alone cannot deliver enterprise transformation. We must have cooperation, partnership, and this is a clear demonstration on how best we can deliver for our people. Cooperation model is essential for scaling impact across MSME. And therefore, I wish to encourage all those MSMEs that are present here. Please come to us. We are ready to support you in transforming or bringing your MSMEs together to form circles and cooperative for ease access of financing or accessing affordable credit that may support you to move forward. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Obonyo, the Commissioner for Cooperatives. We appreciate that. Indeed, MSMEs are very important. Now we're just about to transition to that part where we're launching the CirculaRising program. But before that, all our speakers have spoken about how important our SMEs are. So I just want to do a final round of SMEs in the room to just tell us about how they are contributing to the circular economy and what their experiences are. So I'd like some volunteers, and as we do that, let me just get one more exhibitor at the back. Remember, this is your chance to share about your story. We are streaming live on TV. We are also streaming virtually. So please tell us about your business so that we can spotlight it. Let me come here to Asili Atelier. Tell us a little bit about the beautiful merchandise you have and how you're contributing to the circular economy. And tell us your name as well.
My name is Nyakundi, and I'm the founder of Asili Atelier Limited. This is simply a sustainable fashion brand that is focusing on celebrating African heritage, which is our origin, hence the name Asili. And we have a keen focus on focusing on circular approach by repurposing our textile waste into unique Afrocentric pieces of fashion that celebrate the same African heritage. So from our apparel production, we repurpose our textile waste into accessories like earrings, like what I have on. We have cravat pieces. These are unique pieces that someone can stand in, walk into a boardroom, and you have one of such pieces, look good. You're still celebrating African heritage and saving the environment because we have repurposed the textile waste.
Thank you. A warm round of applause. That's a beautiful cravat there. So just repurposing textiles, that's very beautiful. Let me come here before I get to the room. Please, I hope you're ready to share about your business. Kisasa Weavers. Tell us a little bit about what you do. What's your name? How are you contributing to the circular economy?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Jedida Nyaga from Kisasa Weavers. So we are in the weaving industry and business. We are a family-owned and run business that deals with production and manufacturing of handloom and frame loom woven products made of cotton and sheep wool. So our main contribution in the circularity space is, first of all, we use our priority is to use natural fibers. That is why we've prioritized to use cotton and sheep wool from sheep to make good quality products that can sell both locally and in the international market as well. We also work with and collaborate with Kenyan artisans who are trained weavers to create all our products. And also our focus is also on women and the youth, whereby we have our production of the wool. Actually, the products we have here are made from sheep wool. So we process the wool ourselves from scratch to make the beautiful products. And we work with women from the local community and within Kenya in all our production processes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Beautiful sheep wool products, and it's a family business. We celebrate you. Now, I'd like somebody from the room. Good. Putting your hand up. Make sure your story matters, and we want to hear that story. Good as well. Let me start there. Your story matters with Absa, and we are empowering your story. So tell us your name, tell us what you do, what your business is, and how you're contributing to the circular economy.
Thank you so much. My name is Abigail Kosgei, the CEO and co-founder of Chemichemi Green Organics. What we do at Chemichemi Organics is produce 100% organic fertilizer from black soldier fly, and we have currently partnered with coffee cooperatives across the countries, and we've supply them to urban farmers, local communities who are doing smallholder farming of vegetables, indigenous vegetables, maize, coffee, tea. So it's a premium product that is going to help farmers break free from the synthetic fertilizer program they've been doing every year. It rebuilds the soil and helps us adapt to changes of the climate change. So partner with us if you are looking to scale sustainable solutions from organic Chemichemi products. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. From black soldier flies. Beautiful. Remember...
just a second, I am here with my co-founder as well, who is leading the feed division at Nutrimzuri. We produce animal feed from black soldier fly as well. Let's give him a minute to say something about the feed department.
Okay. I love how people are ready to tell their stories. This is your chance. In the next 2 minutes, we will transition. So there was a lady who put up her hand. 1 minute, then I come to you. Briefly tell us about your business and how it's related to the circular economy.
Everyone. My name is Redemptor Macharia. I come all the way from Thika. I run Tari Designs. I started as beadwork and plain beaded work and plain beaded belts and banana baskets. It started as a talent. My mother gave me a basket and then I decided to scale it off. I carried it for more than 5 years. This is it.
Wow.
More than 5 years. And now I'm scaling baskets to another height. Thank you.
Good. It's all about scale. So I'll just take 2 more, one here and one there.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Abigail, for that. Yeah, we do work together. She leads the fertilizer side of things. I lead the feed side of things. What she did mention is that we extract phosphorus from banana waste too, and the nitrogen from slaughterhouse wastes. So like we do mostly focus on waste to produce both feeds and fertilizers. Thank you.
Thank you. From waste to cash. introduce yourself and give us a brief comment on your business in the circular economy.
Thank you. My name is Gisore Nyabuti Brown, the founder of Slums Going Green and Clean in Kibera. So what we do is we have a machine which I designed called a sheet press, which presses the problematic and single-use plastic. Then we produce a panel. So we were able to do a project with Slum Dwellers Initiative where we did mapping in Madare. We produced 9,000 pieces and we were able to earn 1.8 million. So now we were thinking of expanding the machine because we have a tender to make doors. So we want to make doors from the problematic and single-use plastic. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. And our final one, remember the hashtags are empowering your story matters, and Absa CirculaRising. Your name and how you're contributing in the circular economy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Coletta from Kayole. We are women in West Pickers, women in circular economy. We collect waste, segregate, and sell to the recyclers. Now, we also have segregation centers where we need balers, because when we have balers, it adds values to the product. We matter most in the circular economy and the waste management chain. The waste pickers add value to the circular economy.
Thank you so much, and you will continue to engage with each other after the official launch. And so it is that time that we've been waiting for. It's time to officially launch the CirculaRising program. So I'd like to call onto stage to join us the Absa CEO, Mr. Abdi Mohamed. Please come onto stage. We also have the Absa CFO, Mr. Yusuf Omari. From AGF, Mr. Patrick Lumumba. From GIZ, Mr. Thomas Jeschke. Mr. Doyo from MSMEs Department, Dr. Kimos. Commissioner for MSMEs. Please give them that CirculaRising clap as they make their way to the stage. Okay, thank you so much. Good to see you all on stage. And now, as we get to the official launch of the CirculaRising program, I'd like us to watch a short clip of what this program is all about. We've heard it, and we'll watch a short clip, and then we will get ready to unveil this wonderful program, CirculaRising.
Opportunity, an opportunity for entrepreneurs to grow their businesses while reducing environmental harm. We are proud to introduce CirculaRising, a program by the Absa Kenya Foundation in partnership with GIZ, helping MSMEs thrive in the circular economy. With an investment of over 350 million Kenya shillings, the program is focused on enhancing targeted capacity building, access to sustainable finance, and embedding sustainable business practices. Effectively opening a new world of opportunities with more than 2,000 MSMEs enterprises supported, over 10,000 direct jobs improved, more than 1,000 new green jobs created, over 6,000 tons of waste recycled, and more than 30,000 lives impacted indirectly. A big thank you to all our partners. Enroll today and let's get started on this journey.
Awesome, the CirculaRising program. And just as I arrange us, please, Mr. Lumumba, please move a little bit so that we can capture your photo away from the logo. So, yes, to the left and to the right. I think we are good. So now, it is time to officially launch the CirculaRising program in 3, 2, 1. CirculaRising, an initiative to empower sustainability of MSMEs in the waste management and circular economy value chains. We celebrate the program dedicated to women and young people, MSMEs, making an impact in sustainability and remaining competitive. Awesome. Let's continue clapping the CirculaRising clap. Wonderful. Now I'd like us to capture some of these moments in photos, and so we're going to do it in rounds. And for the first round, I would like to have Mr. Abdi Mohammed with Mr. Yusuf Omari, Patrick, Mr. Doyo, Dr. Kimosop, and David Bonyo, as well as Elizabeth Wasuna. Please, the first photo with all those that I've called together. Let's spread ourselves. Okay, now we are all going to have the CirculaRising banners there, and we will do the photo in 2 takes. So the first one, you'll just hold on to that plaque, just the way you're doing, yes, just the way, exactly. Then the second one, I will cue you in on how to hold it. So yes, let's all hold them together. So first off, you see the way I'm doing it? Just the way you're doing it. So let's take a photo like that, and then I will direct you for the next one. CirculaRising. Okay, we're having a spacing situation here. We're a bit squeezed on my left, so probably we can space it out a little bit. Yes, because there's a space issue there. Are we okay? We don't want to fall down either. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think we're better now. Okay, CirculaRising. Okay, Mr. Lumumba, a little higher, just a little higher. Thank you, yes, exactly, there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly, super, thank you. Okay, now for my next pose, I want you to hold this for me. Okay. Yes. Let's get a little fun with it. Yes, 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 CirculaRising. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, why are you laughing? Okay, thank you very much. Now, for my next photo session, I would like Thomas to stay on stage, as well as Mr. Mohammed, Dr. Kimosop, Mr. Omari, and lastly, I would like one beneficiary from Okomaya. Nyandia, please make your way onto the stage. And then the rest, you can exit, but I will keep on calling you. Thank you so much. Let's give them a warm round of applause as they exit the stage. So Thomas, Mama Circular Economy, Moko Maya, Mr. Mohammed, and Mr. Omari. Oh, okay. Good question. Absa CEO, Mr. Abdi Mohammed. Yes, I need to say Abdi or Doyo, right? Because we have 2 Mohammeds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So remember, we're doing it in 2 poses. First there, a little lower, and then we'll do it closer up. Okay? Okay. The face, please, now. CirculaRising. And then now, for my other photo, I would like the Absa Exco team to make their way to the stage. Please, Absa Exco team, all of you make your way to the stage. Mr. Abdi Mohammed, Mr. Yusuf Omari, and then we will also have one of the exhibitors. And I'd like the lady who was talking about the banana stem transformation, Pauline, please come onto stage. Okay, so remember, down first. Yes. And then, yes, yes, yes. Exactly, exactly. So the first photo. Okay, our first photo. Let's look at our cameraman. Pauline, a little down. Not yet, a little. Okay, good. Okay, now we put the banner a little higher to our faces. CirculaRising. Okay, next we would like Mr. Abdi Mohammed, Thomas from Mokomaya Nyandia, and Pauline. Please stay on stage. Mr. Abdi Mohammed, Thomas from GIZ, Mokomaya Nyandia, as well as Pauline. And Charles Wakabi, please, the head of sustainability, playing a crucial role in this project, ensuring sustainability is kept a top agenda. So we do it in 2 takes, remember? And stay away from the logo so that we can capture your photo very well. Okay. The first one down, yes. And then to your face. Now, my second last photo, I would like Mr. Patrick Jeshki to stay there. No, Patrick Lumumba, Mr. Thomas Jeshki, Dr. Kimosop, and Mr. Omari, as well as Mokomaya. Don't go back, Nyandia. So that is from AGF, Mr. Patrick Lumumba, GIZ, Thomas Jeshki, Nyandia, Mama Circular Economy, Dr. Kimosop, and Mr. Yusuf Omari. Thank you so much. Remember, to the face. Smile. Smile. Yes, you're getting some encouragement from the room. Okay, thank you very much. And then, thank you very much. Now, the last ones. The only one who will be remaining on stage is Mr. Thomas from GIZ and Mr. Abdi Mohammed. And then from BOP Inc., please let's have the representative come onto stage, as well as the representative from UNUS. Yes, 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 yes. AGF, please, Mr. Africa Guarantee Fund, Mr. Patrick Lumumba. Mokomaya, imagine it's your day. So, Mr. Abdi Mohammed, the representative from BOPINC, GIZ representative, Mr. Thomas, and Eunice. Thank you very much. So let's smile. The first photo is down. Okay. And then to our faces. Awesome, awesome. A warm round of applause. CirculaRising is officially launched, supporting micro, small, medium enterprises. Yes, GIZ team, please, and Absa team, please. Absa team and GIZ team, please make your way to the stage. What a wonderful partnership. Absa Kenya Foundation, GIZ, implementing, making sure that MSMEs stay at the center of growth sustainably, in a competitive way, and innovatively, impacting lives both directly and indirectly. So Team GIZ as well as Absa Bank. Bo Pink, please make your way to the stage as well. Bo Pink, these are the implementing team making this possible, because it cannot happen without collaboration. It takes collaboration to make progress possible, and this is how it happens, with all the partners coming together to implement the CirculaRising project, from GIZ, from Bo Pink, Eunice, Absa Kenya Foundation, Africa Guarantee Fund. It takes collaboration, and we celebrate you all. Strike a pose however you know best. Let's capture the moment. A very important moment. Exactly. Good. I can see people have poses. Good. One more photo. Awesome. Thank you very, very much. Let's give them a warm round of applause for making this possible, the CirculaRising project. And last but not least, I know it's going to be a lot of workouts here for a number of people. So Mr. Abdi Mohammed, CEO Absa Bank Kenya, Mr. Yusuf Omari, CFO, and the Absa Foundation team, Absa Kenya Foundation team. Please join Mr. Omari and Mr. Abdi Mohammed on stage to get a photo. We celebrate the Absa Kenya Foundation team for putting on all this work to make this possible, with Head of Sustainability, Mr. Wakabi. So this is the Absa Kenya Foundation team. Yes, give them a warm round of applause. Thank you very much. A warm round of applause, and we celebrate your efforts to make this possible. So other photos will be had after the end of this event. And so now, as we come to the close of this event, I would like to invite onto stage a critical person. Yes. Can we have the podium returned back, please, as we do that? It has been a good morning, hasn't it been? Haven't we learned the importance of the circular economy and how we can play our part, right? And it takes collaboration. As we've heard, SMEs are the lifeblood of growth. And it's not just about existence, it's about sustainability, it's about scaling. So as we go out there, we all have to think about how we're going to play our role in the circular economy in one way or another, supporting businesses, making sure that we are living sustainability and still ensuring competitiveness. So we celebrate all the partners who have come together to make sure that the CirculaRising program has come to be. As we heard, Absa Kenya Foundation is here to be a force for good. launched in October 2024. It's really committed to ensuring that there is sustainability in entrepreneurship, in STEM, and in so many other places. So as we come to the close of this event, I remind you, let's keep the conversation going online using the hashtags Absa, CirculaRising, as well as empowering your story, as well as your story matters, because indeed, your story matters. So now I would like to hand over to give a vote of thanks, a very critical player in this whole ecosystem, the Head of Sustainability and Corporate Affairs at Absa, Mr. Charles Wokabi. Please put your hands together for Mr. Wokabi as he gives the vote of thanks.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hata huko nyuma, the guys, you know, we have formed a market back there. Guys are buying, which is really why, where we are here today, is to create a space like this where business people can thrive. But allow me to just say a few things as we close. They called me to say a vote of thanks, and that's really what I'll do in the next just few moments. When it's 18 months ago that we launched the Absa Kenya Foundation, and when we launched it, we dreamt of moments like this. Moments where forces that are greater than one, where institutions can come together and match their energies and match their different strengths and do something that's greater, not for themselves, but for our economy. And that is what we've achieved this morning. And for that and for you being here, I'd like all of you to put your hands together and give yourselves a warm round of applause. I want to really thank our leadership. Such things as this do not happen unless you have a leader that's visionary, that can see far, that can see further beyond the institution. And Abdi, our CEO, and the entire EXCO, really, and even on behalf of the board, we really are grateful that you've given us the chance to dream and actualize those dreams. Second, I want to thank all the government representatives. You've spared your time being here this morning. You could have been elsewhere, and we really do appreciate your partnership. I think third, I want to recognize our core partners in this program. As I've said, this is not about Absa. It's not about Absa Foundation. It's about like-minded energies coming together and willing to do something bigger than the brands that you see on banners, but something that's for the real benefit of the businessmen and women that make our country go forward. And so I really want to appreciate GIZ, represented by Thomas. Thank you for finding us a worthy partner. I really want to recognize Africa Guarantee Fund, one of our lead and core partners in this program, and I'd like to thank Patrick and the team for being here. We really could not have achieved this without you, and we thank you. We thank you. To Bob Pink, to Yunus, and all the others that are coming together with us to implement this program, receive our appreciation this morning. I want to end by saying maybe 2-3 things. Number one is this program is open to any MSME across this country. The registration link will be available on our website today. You can go there, register. We'll get in touch with you. We'll get to know your business. And we'll come in not as a big brother, but we'll come in as a partner to handholds together and see your businesses grow to the next level, because that's what this program is about. I'd like to appreciate all the other leaders. I can see many captains of industries, including Wawira, the CEO for National Youth Council, our Ogilvy partners, Jane there from AJW, a lot of people who have come here to celebrate this moment with us. Judy, you're always with us, and we really thank you. I think as I end, I just want to say, colleagues, friends, Kenya is our responsibility. Yeah, It is this country is our responsibility. And we can talk about all the bad things, all the things that aren't working, or we can do something about it. And I think our being here today and the intentions of this program is to do something about it, is to bring people that are passionate about growth, passionate about youth, passionate about women, passionate about the environment, and get us together in one arena for us to work together and make things work. That is what it will take, for us to take this country forward. And so when we talk about our purpose as Absa and we say we are about empowering Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time, or for the purpose of this morning, empowering Kenya's tomorrow together as we are together in this room, one story at a time, it must start with us, and it must start, and it must start with us, it must start with you, it must start with me, and we must start doing it today. And I wish that all of you get onto this bandwagon and we work together and we make Kenya a much, much better country, and we create a thriving space for our MSMEs, and together we continue to thrive. Have a good day. Thank you very much for being here, and we will see you as we publish the reports that Doyo asked us to do. We'll be here to celebrate the success of this program, and we'll be here as Absa Kenya Foundation to launch many, many more others that will make a positive impact in our country. God bless you.